Alright, ladies and gentlemen, time for a little lesson about evaluating functions. We're moving on to evaluating functions number 2. Yesterday we dealt with number 1, where you just plug a number into the function, you compute, and you get your answers. So to start off, let's actually have you do that. So take a moment to go to number 3 on your assignment here. We're going to use the assignment as our notes today. The number here is going to go in the A spot, and it goes in all of the A's. So all the A's become 1. I would like for you to plug that into your calculator and see what number you get out of it. So it becomes like this. You can just plug it in just like that. Go ahead and push enter and see what answer you get. Alright, so P of 1 should have gotten you something along the lines of 1/9, or that's 0.11111. It was ones forever. It's because this makes -2, and 3 to the -2 is 1 over 3 squared, is 1. Okay, anyway, so you get this answer here. If you can turn it into a fraction, go ahead and turn it into a fraction. It makes it much nicer instead of writing out a whole bunch of ones or stuff, whatever the weird decimal is. So that's what we're doing yesterday. You got to be able to take a number and plug it into the function correctly, evaluate, and get an answer out of that. What's going on today, what makes it different, is that you're not plugging in just a number this time, you're plugging in a whole other expression. So if you look at something like number 5 on here, you got h of t is 3t. Easy peasy, you just take your input and times by 3. But now we're going to take a different kind of input. We're going to take -4t and put it in. And you still do the same thing. So -4 goes where -4t goes where all the t's are. And you're going to plug it in. So I got h of -4t. Looks like that. And on the right side, we got 3. And then you're going to put parenthesis where the t was. We're replacing it. That's substitution. Replace it. When you substitute, you put parentheses. And now we need to evaluate this. So h of -4t equals, well, if you got parentheses, the way you get rid of it is times by the thing in front. So we get times by the thing in front. 3 times -4 is -12, and the t stays t. And now we've reached this point. At this point, you might be wondering, well, what do we do now? And the answer is nothing. You're done. Good job. You did it. That's all you do. You simplify as much as you can, and that's it. Yeah, you just, use your algebra skills to simplify things down, multiply things, combine like terms, all that, and you just write down what you get. And so let's jump to a new problem. Let's try this out. Go to number 7 and see if you can evaluate at 4 plus b in place of the t's here. So pause the video, see if you can do it, put in the t spots, and go. All right, let's see how you did. So g of 4 plus b is going to equal 3 to the negative, and then in parentheses 4 plus b minus 1. Well, on the right side here, we got parentheses and something in front. We're going to distribute that in. So now we got 3 to the -4 minus b, and then this subtract 1 was outside, so that's still there. And in the exponent, there is still some things that can combine. This -4 and subtract 1 can combine. So it's going to give me -5, and then minus b. And that is actually where you're going to stop, because we don't know what b is, so we can't do -5 minus b, and since we don't know that, we can't do 3 to that power, and so we're done. You just leave it like that. If you can't simplify anymore, then don't. So there you go. There's your example there. Let's jump to a final example here. Once you kind of get the hang of it, these come out to be pretty easy. You're going to substitute it in, make sure you distribute, combine like terms, and simplify as much as you can. And when you can't simplify anymore, you just stop and be done. Okay, go to 12 and see if you can simplify this one. All right, let's see how you did. So if you take -1 minus x and you plug it into the t spots here, you'll get k of -1 minus x equals 3 times -1 minus x. And then you got the plus 4 there. K times -1 minus x is going to equal well, we're going to distribute this here. We got -3 minus 3x. and then the plus 4 was outside there. These two combine to make 1, and then you got your subtract 3x there still, and we should probably rewrite this left side. And now we got this has an x, this does not, and so we cannot combine them, and so our problem is done. And there you go. That's how you evaluate an expression. You just plug it into the variable or variables and simplify the best you can, and then you stop, because there's always going to be some variable left over, and so you'll be done. And there you go. So that's your assignment. See if you can work through the rest of them. They're pretty easy once you get used to just there being a variable again, and you simplify things down. Good luck.